Welcome to another episode of Equity Street, where we provide the roadmap to property wealth. We're answering the questions of real estate investors across the country, and of course, I am joined by one of Australia's leading property experts, Matthew Bauer, to answer your questions. So let's get straight on into it. This question comes from Trent, and he says, would you recommend paying off your own home before looking at investing? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of eager listeners wanting to hear the answer to this one, Matt.
Yeah, this one's a very traditional question, and I guess if you reflect back on your parents' or grandparents' experience, it was always the way to go is to pay off your home first before you did anything else, and that was certainly a priority. These days, I think when you look at it and say, okay, cool, well, we've got a 25 or 30-year mortgage, and we wait until we've paid that off, even if we're making extra payments and committed to shortening that loan term with additional repayments or offset accounts or any other mortgage features, you're still in that mortgage for quite some time before you're going to have the house completely paid off. So the short answer really would be to look at your equity position, the growth in your owner-occupied home, continue an aggressive repayment program on your mortgage, but the moment you have sufficient equity and cash flow to start investing, then the best time to get started is yesterday or last week or even last year, because essentially it then allows you to use that investing vehicle to not only create wealth sooner, but the byproduct of tax advantages and increased cash flow and income from rent will contribute towards your ability to pay your home off even faster. So the moment you can afford it, the moment you've got that equity position, I wouldn't hesitate to commence investing.
And it's a very, as you said at the start of there, a very traditional mindset, isn't it? Waiting to purchase an investment property and depending on your, paying off your principal place of residence. It's very traditional, and it's a mindset, I guess, that was generations before us, but it's certainly the way that the financial world, the financial markets have changed. You need to adapt your mindset with it.
Yeah, it's a change in mindset, and I guess a lot of that comes from further education or property-specific education from the right team of advisors. As you would have noticed with your parents, it's okay, well, if I take the 25 or 30 years to pay this asset off. The other thing in the middle of that is typically, on average, people are upgrading their houses every 5 or 7 years, and often that upgrade to the house comes with an upgrade in the mortgage or an increase in the mortgage as well. So essentially, you're resetting the clock each time you do that, and waiting until you invest and pay the home off first, you're finding yourself it's a little bit too late in life to be investing, and all of a sudden you've got a house paid off, which is fantastic, but you're now living in your wealth as opposed to living off your wealth because you don't have any investments.